Falling a long way from his glory days in Civ 5, Genghis is still a pretty competitive leader in this iteration of the game. Today we're going to go over Genghis Khan of Mongolia, my strategy for playing as him, and give him a ranking for each victory as well as a final overall score. Mongolia comes with the ability Order to. When you send a trade route, it automatically makes a trading post to a foreign city. These trading posts give you +1 Diplo visibility, just like Black Queen Catherine, but with a much better upside. Each level of visibility gives you +6 instead of +3 combat strength. Wow, this points you right where you need to go. War. Mongolia also comes with a unique stable building, the Urdu. It gives all cavalry units +1 movement when built in the city, as well as your normal XP boost. Okay, so we get a huge combat strength, and now we get movement. And then finally Mongolia gets the Keshik, a cavalry crossbowman that can be found along with a knight at stirrups instead of machinery. And you must build these. You can't upgrade into Keshik, and that seems like a downside. However, they are faster to produce, they get huge combat strength bonuses, and lets attached siege towers, battering rams, and generals move at the same speed as them. You are obviously incentivized to get the currency, get yourself some horses and trade routes, and then take over the world using your cavalry. Until Basil was introduced, Genghis did this better than anyone else. His ability, Mongol Horde, brings some huge bonuses to this gameplay style. You get an extra +3 combat strength to all cavalry units, giving your cavalry units a huge +9 combat strength with trading posts. No other civ in the game gets this number of bonus strength. And even better, you get the ability to convert defeated cavalry units to your side. Depending on how much stronger your units are than the cavalry you defeat, if they have the same amount of melee strength, combat strength, you get a 50-50 chance. But as Genghis, you're never going to have the same amount. As long as you're ahead and you have a trading post, your cavalry should have +9 combat strength on top of the other civs. So that gives you 2.5% extra, so you'll have 70% odds of converting cavalry to your side when fighting cavalry units. So as Genghis, you're going to play a slower domination game. You have to get your horses, but that's not hard because you have a major spawn bias towards them. And at least 3 cities with 1 production hub having a barracks. Get to currency, send out your trade routes to cities deeper in enemy territory, and just go to town. You're going to have some money to buy horsemen and chariots and knights and corsairs. And if there are civs more likely to go for cavalry units like Byzantium or Scythia or the Mapuche, you should target them first to increase your army for free. Build more encampments, upgrade to the Keshik, and move on. The only issue is Genghis, unlike Basil, doesn't get over the malice cavalry has towards attacking cities. So you have to bring siege equipment. You are completely halted by walls. You're going to need more units than you think as well. It's not as easy to take over the world as Genghis as it is as Basil. But it's still easy, and it's still pretty fun, as long as you remember to send your trade routes to the correct city so you don't capture the city with the trading post, as long as you remember to attack cavalry units to spread your army out even farther, and as long as you remember to be bringing your siege equipment with you, you should have a fun game. So Genghis Khan gets an 8 out of 10 for domination, just because he doesn't get Tagma, which are even better than his units. No other victory type is ever worth going for as Genghis Khan. You should never play any sort of economic game as Genghis Khan. Religious victories do get a special mention because you do get that combat bonus to your religious units as well. However, you don't get any bonus production towards great profits. And since you're going to be spending a lot of your time building barracks and currency or commercial hubs and markets, you're really not going to be spending that time on a religion. So just because it's easy to transition into other victory types as domination, I'll give culture and science a 6 out of 10, and religion and diplomacy get a measly 3 out of 10, with the caveat that religion can be really strong if you completely ignore everything about Genghis Khan and go for religious victory. I love playing as Genghis because it's fun to Grey Goo your way across the map with your ever-expanding cavalry. But after Byzantium was introduced, there's no reason to play him. Basil does everything that he does much better. So Genghis gets a B+ as a leader. Thank you everyone for watching, and let me know what you think about Genghis Khan down below. As always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.